welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danica and I'm the Fit Mom Lifestyle on Instagram, LTK, and TikTok. And today I am back with a long-awaited video. So I've been promising a video where I talk about all of Lululemon shoes. I have them all, I wear them all, I've tested them, and I have a lot to say. So we're gonna get into it all today. I'm very excited for today's video. If you're excited as well, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, especially if you love Lululemon. I come out with at least one new Lululemon video every single week, and let's get into the shoes because we have a lot to talk about. Okay, so as of today, Lululemon has come out with 4 shoes for women. We have the Restfeel, the Bliss Feel, the Chargefeel, and the Strongfeel, and I have all of those today. So we're gonna start with the ones that I wear the most in regards to like the workout shoes, and then we'll work our way through those, and then lastly I'll talk about the slides. So I am gonna pop up a few pictures because I am gonna show you the ones that I actually have, but I do want to be able to show you a few things from the website. So my most worn shoes from Lululemon are the Strongfeel shoes, and I have all of these shoes in black and white because I really like just like neutral shoes for workouts, and if I'm wearing to the gym, they're gonna get beat up, they're gonna get dirty, and with black and white, it's just easy, they match everything, they don't look as dirty, they don't look as worn as fast, so I personally just love kind of like the sleek look of the black and white. So all of these are in black and white, and I actually have 2 pairs of the Strongfeel shoes. I also got the Cassis a few months back when they went on sale. Some of these have gone on sale, and if they are currently available on sale, I will have those linked below as well for you. So I do have 2 pairs of the Strongfeel and 2 pairs of the Restfeel slides, but we'll get into those in a little bit. So I only have 1 pair of the Chargefeel and the Blissfeel at this time. Also, I have the original Blissfeel. So Lululemon recently came out with the Blissfeel 2, which is really all they have available on their website now. But I went to the store, and personally, I'm happy with my original Blissfeels. I think a lot of the features do translate. Obviously, they have done a few updates, but I just didn't think it was worth purchasing another pair. They are about $150, so they are really pricey in my opinion. I mean, that's kind of on par with like most running shoes at this point, but I just didn't think I needed the second version because I'm not using them for running. I'm just using them for more casual wear, which I'll get into in a little bit. But anyway, that's kind of the spread that I have here. So let's talk about the Strongfeel. It says here on the website that they're designed for training. I also do want to mention all of these shoes I have in an 8.5. So for like regular tennis shoes, I go between an 8 or an 8.5 depending on what I'm using them for, but basically all running and workout shoes, I wear an 8.5. So all of these, in my opinion, are true to size because I wear an 8.5 when it comes to workout shoes. So, okay, let's quickly go through the product features. So it says designed based on the female foot for a better fit and feel. Lightweight, supportive upper holds you securely while jumping, cutting, and lifting. Low profile cushioning and multi-directional traction gives you a stable, powerful platform during any workout. It's hard to read these. Okay, so these Strongfeel shoes are my most worn shoes. I'm gonna try not to touch the bottom because all of these have been well loved. So again, like I said, these are in an 8.5, and these are what mine look like. I'm sorry that they're dirty, but I really wanted to make sure to be able to test these for you so I could give you an accurate review and not just like an unboxing. So I love these. I wear these almost every single day. I wear these probably at least 4 to 5 times a week because I wear them for a majority of my workouts. So if I'm doing any kind of lifting, these are generally the shoe that I wear. If I'm going to CrossFit or F45, which are a lot of the workouts that I do, these are the shoes that I will 90% of the time grab, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But any kind of lifting, these are the shoes that I want. They're flat to the ground. They have a pretty wide toe box so you can, in my opinion, put your feet like really stabilize. I agree with what they say in regards to like traction and everything, but to me these feel like a very good, sturdy lifting shoe. I've had Reeboks, I've had Nikes. These are very comparable. So that's what I use these for. Like I said, this is my most worn shoe. I wear it almost every day that I work out, which is like 4 to 6 times a week. I love these. I highly recommend. If you do something like CrossFit, F45, any kind of lifting, I think these are a great, great shoe. Now, the next shoe that I want to talk about is the chargefeel. These ones are definitely, no, you know what? We're going to save the chargefeel for last. These are the Bliss Feel. Again, I'm going in order of how often I wear them. So I wear and grab my Strongfeels the most, then my Bliss Feel, and lastly my chargefeel. So let's quickly talk about the Bliss Feel and all the different features of the Bliss Feel. Like I said, these are the Bliss Feel, like the first version, and now they have the Bliss Feel 2. So I'm going to read the product features for the Bliss Feel 2, but just know there are a few differences. So it says a women-centric fit and cushioning profile based on 1 million foot scans plus 4 years of research and development. Seamless upper delivers support and breathability where you need it with flexibility where you want it. Soft and springy cushioning bounces you right back. And then it does say 30-day trial. Now, these are meant to be like the running shoe. And I really like these, but I haven't worn them running. I am a runner and I'm very picky about my running shoes. I've run since I was like 14 years old and I've had a lot of injuries. So that's like one thing I don't experiment with a ton. I know what works for me. I know what my body likes. And so I just don't like to experiment too much. But I love these. I mostly wear these for like walking and casual wear. So this is what these look like, and they are very comfortable. They are cushiony. They are lightweight. I think that these would be great for someone who's more like a casual runner. Maybe not, I wouldn't put like 50 miles a week on these. I mean, technically according to Lululemon you can, but I just, in my opinion, I just wouldn't do my like super long runs or anything like that in these. That's just, I don't know, I prefer something else. But I think if you're a casual runner, if you maybe do like hikes, if you like to walk, again, I wear these casually a lot, like running errands whenever I want kind of like an athleisure look. I also love taking these on vacation for that reason, because if we're like sightseeing or walking around a lot, I'll wear these with my activewear. But also if I want to go to the hotel gym, they're perfect to work out in too. So these are definitely a very versatile shoe for me. I get a lot of miles out of these because I wear them a lot, just like walking around. Often I'll have my Strongfeels that I'll wear for my workout, but if I'm going to be running errands and stuff afterwards, I actually like to have these because they're a lot more supportive and cushioned than these. These are flatter, lighter weight, and definitely meant for more like lifting. These are going to be comfortable if I'm walking a lot. So I really do like these. I wear these a lot, and I think they're just a really great kind of like everyday walking shoe. Maybe like Orange Theory as well, but I actually think the chargefeel might be better for Orange Theory, which again I'm going to talk about in a bit. But I just think these are great for like running and walking, things like that. That's how I personally like to wear them. Now lastly, we're going to talk about the chargefeel shoes, and let me pull up the product features for you. A lot of these have actually gone on sale. I have the chargefeel low. There's also the higher ones, but I personally don't like that style on me. So this one says it's designed for running and training. So in my opinion, the Strongfeel is the training shoe, the Blissfeel is the running shoe, and the chargefeel is like if those two had a baby. Like this is the in-between. So in comparison, this is the Strongfeel and this is the chargefeel. So they kind of look alike when you just look at a quick glance. But these ones have a little bit more cushion in my opinion, whereas these ones are just like a little bit flatter. And then, so again, this is the chargefeel, and then this is the Blissfeel. So you can see the running shoe definitely has a lot more cushion and support and like just kind of like more to the shoe, versus this is a little bit flatter. So I think you can kind of tell that this is definitely a good in between for the Strongfeel and the Blissfeel. So the chargefeel, again, these are my least worn shoe. However, I will occasionally wear these to F45. So F45 has lifting days and then cardio days. And if it's a cardio day, I feel like this is a really good shoe to wear because it's still flat enough to the ground where if we're doing any kind of lifting, like oftentimes they'll incorporate like front squats, for example, or deadlifts or something. These are not too high off the ground like the Bliss Feels where it's going to feel awkward to be lifting kind of heavy. But they also have more support than the Strongfeel because sometimes we do like shuttle runs at F45. So these are a really great all-around training shoe if you're doing a variety of workouts. So if you're doing like boot camps, for example, or if you're doing, again, like potentially Orange Theory. Again, for me, I like more support when I'm running, especially on a treadmill. So I prefer more of a supportive running shoe. But if you don't have a problem or you haven't had a ton of injuries like I have, this might be a great Orange Theory shoe. Again, good for like boot camp, good for most HIIT workouts, I think, because generally in some HIIT workouts you're incorporating some lifting, but not where you're like super heavy lifting that you want. You're not usually finding a 1 rep max. Like if I'm finding my 1 rep max, I'm wearing my Strongfeels. If I'm just doing like some sort of circuit, I'll wear my chargefeel. So I hope that kind of makes sense. In my mind, they have very distinct uses and very distinct purposes. Like most of my workouts, I wear the Strongfeels because most of my workouts include a heavy lifting component. However, if that's not something that's part of your workout, then maybe you don't need the Strongfeels. The chargefeels might be better for you because they're kind of like an all-purpose shoe. Now, I also did want to mention, like for example, with CrossFit, we have Murph coming up in May. Murph is a workout where we do 1 mile run and then you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 squats, and then you follow with another mile run. I was thinking my chargefeels will actually probably be good for that because they're lightweight and I still want to be somewhat closer to the ground when I'm doing all of those air squats. So I feel like while I could wear my Blissfeels or my running shoes, these almost have too much cushioning when you're doing that many squats. So I actually like these better because they're a little bit closer to the ground. So just because I'm doing CrossFit doesn't mean I only have a purpose for the Strongfeel. Now again, if you are looking for CrossFit shoes, I recommend the Strongfeels. If you're looking for running shoes, I recommend the Blissfeels. If you're looking for an all-around training shoe, I recommend the Chargefeels. But I have found a way to use all of them and incorporate all of them depending on the type of workout that I'm doing. So I hope that's helpful for you, and I wanted to explain, you know, over the last really few months how I've used all of these shoes and what I grabbed the most out of my closet. So I hope that was helpful for you, and now let's get into the slides. Okay, so for the slides, I actually have two. I have the women's slide and the men's slide, and I want to talk about both of these because again, they kind of serve different purposes for me. And of course, first I started out with the women's. I got these last summer, and I actually just got the men's. I just hauled them. I'd been wanting them for a while, and when I decided to do this video, I was like, this is a perfect excuse to get them because I wanted them for this summer. So I was like, you know what, let me just get them now. So let me read the information on the slides. They are just like a very basic slide, but I do want to pull it up and kind of read it for you because I do think that this is helpful. So it is the Restfeel women's slide. Also, I do believe that with all of Lululemon shoes, they have a 30-day trial period, so you can purchase them, wear them, use them for 30 days, and if you don't like them, you can return them, no questions asked. I'm pretty sure they're still doing that with all of their shoes, so just something to keep in mind if you want to try them, because they are all a little bit pricey, but I do think they are kind of accurate pricing for good workout shoes, in my opinion. So for the product features for the Restfeel slides, it says the upper strap keeps your foot in place and provides a plush feel. Soft foam layered above firm. Wait, that's confusing. Soft foam layered above firmer foam creates the optimal balance of comfort and support. Outsole features heel to toe rubber for enhanced traction. Now, like I said, I got these last summer, so I have worn these, and these are just a typical slide. This is how they look. Again, I got these in my true size 8, so these only come in like full sizes. There's no half sizes. Generally for slides, I like to size up to an 8.5, but these only come in full sizes, and so I did get these in my true size 8, obviously in the color black. Now, okay, I have flat feet and wide feet. So when I first got these, I was like, ooh, these are snug. I didn't know if they were gonna work for me. It did take me like 1 to 2 wears to break them in because I did feel like this part here was like a little snug. Again, I have a wider flat foot, so that may not be the case if you have a narrow foot with a really high arch. But for me, it did take a couple wears to break them in. I also kind of felt like it took a couple wears for this bottom part to kind of like shape to my foot a bit, and I feel like they are so comfortable now. Once I broke them in, they were really comfortable. So if you get these and you try them on and at first you're like, I don't know, I recommend giving them like 2 or 3 tries, especially because you can return them. Wear them a couple times and then I think you might really like them. So again, this part kind of stretched out and fit to my foot as well as the actual bottom of it, and they are super, super comfortable. Now, these are very like close to the foot. So in my opinion, when I think of slides, I think of like the Adidas slides that like I slide my foot in, they flop around and they kind of just like easily flop off. That's not the case with these, at least for me. These fit snug. Like when I put my foot in, my foot's not really going anywhere. They are just almost like a form-fitting slide, if that makes sense. They feel very sleek. They feel very close to the foot. They don't feel like floppy like that. So I think these are really cute and could be almost like dressed up a little bit more because they don't look like, they're sporty, but they don't look like sloppy, if that makes sense. They're just really sleek. So I really like these, but again, like I said, they did take a little bit to break in. So if you get them at first, just maybe give them a chance. They do say Lululemon here, so I just do want to point that out. On the outside, they have Lululemon right here. If my camera will focus. My camera has been giving me a hard time lately focusing. So it says Lululemon here, and then on this side, it also says Lululemon right here. So sorry, I don't know why it doesn't want to focus, but anyway, that's kind of the 2 places. Then obviously on the bottom it does say Lululemon as well. So those are the women's. Now, like I said, I recently grabbed the men's and I got them in the color bone. I bought my husband the men's restfeel slides last summer because once I broke mine in and I really liked mine, I was like, you need a pair, you're gonna like these. So I bought my husband a pair. I got him, he's a size 9.5 and I got him a size 10 and they worked well for him. So again, there's only whole sizes. I go between an 8.5, an 8 and an 8.5, and I got an 8. My husband goes with, well, really is just a 9.5, so I got him a 10 and they worked. Now, I wear, like, you know when you are gross and you take off your shoes, like your workout shoes, and you don't necessarily want to be barefoot, but like you don't want to put your workout shoes on, so you want slides? Like that's my, like, I just think of like the soccer kids that used to have their socks on still with their like shin guards and then they would put their slides on. I always think of that. Anyway, I would want to wear slides, but my slides, like they didn't fit with my socks on, and then obviously when you work out and stuff your feet get a little swollen, so like my slides don't always fit after a workout because like I said, they're like kind of like slim and close to your foot. So what I would do is I would have my socks on and stuff and I would just throw on my husband's slides and I'd be walking around the house, and like I said, his are a men's size 10, so like I'm like walking like a duck in these, right? Like they don't fit. And he's like, why are you wearing my slides? Why are you wearing? I'm like, because they're comfortable, they're easy to slide on. He's like, but don't you have yours? I'm like, yes, but mine only work when I don't have socks on. So I was like, you know what? I just need my own pair of the men's. So I was thinking I would just size up one and they'd be a little bit big. Well, when I did the conversion, it said that a women's size like 8, 8.5 would be a men's size 7. So I got these, and sure enough, they are a little bit big. So like I would say these fit more like an 8.5. So if you could see, I have the 8 here, the women's 8 in black. And then this is the men's. So you could see there, it's a little bit bigger. I would say the white ones fit me more like an 8.5, which I like. So I do have a little bit of extra room, but I intentionally got these to wear with socks. So let me see, I don't know if you can tell, but they are, it's really hard to see here on camera, but they are a little bit wider and I just don't think that you'll be able to see, but you're gonna have to trust me. There's a little bit more room in the toe box. Like let me see if I could pull maybe this one so you can see them side by side. It just is, here you go. So obviously, sorry, they're a little dirty. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you're gonna have to trust me. These are a little bit wider, and these have been broken in. So these are fresh out of the box, and they're a little wider, and these have been broken in. So maybe further back, you can kind of tell. These are more narrow, these are a little wider. So these are great. These definitely serve the purpose that I wanted them to serve. However, I do think that the smallest size for men's slides, I think, is a size 7. So unfortunately, if you're my shoe size or bigger, it'll work for you. But if you're smaller, then you're gonna be walking like a duck in big shoes like I was in my husband's. But I mean, if you're okay with that, like I was fine with that, but I was like, okay, I kind of want to wear these out of the house, so I should probably get some that fit closer to my size. So that's the only downside. I think 7 is the smallest they come in. I could be wrong. Maybe that's all they have in stock right now. But I got these in a men's size 7, and they fit my foot. They're definitely bigger. They're definitely like that kind of like sloppier, like casual look that you think of with traditional slides, where your foot just kind of slides in and out easily. That's this one, not this one. This one is like, once it's on, it's kind of on. It just, obviously, like, you can slide it off. That's not what I'm saying. But it just like fits your foot like more closer, whereas this I can like easily just sit there and like slide my foot on and off. So I really like these. I'm very excited about these. Again, these serve 2 different purposes, and I know this kind of sounds crazy because you're probably like, why do you have all these shoes? Like, you don't need them. I really did want to try them and test them all out for you. And I know this has been a long time coming because I've kind of tested these out over almost the past year. But I did want to do like a really comprehensive review for you. And then also, I just love Lululemon and I wanted to try their shoes, and I do tons of different workouts. So it kind of made sense for me to test them all out, and I wear these all the time. So that is it for today's review. I hope this was helpful for you. Like I said, I know this was a long time coming, but I really wanted to give you kind of like accurate feedback and really as much as I could from my personal experience. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please comment them down below. I've been really bad about getting back to comments, but I'm really going to try and make this a priority, especially if you guys have specific questions. So please let me know down below. I'm also much better about responding via Instagram DMs, so you can always message me on Instagram. I'm also sharing a lot more on my TikTok, so make sure you're following me there. I'm at The Fit Mom Lifestyle on all platforms. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.